Dating apps promised connection, but for many, they delivered exhaustion. Swiping became a chore. Conversations went nowhere. And ghosting, that became the norm. In a 2024 survey, 78% of users said dating apps made them feel more anxious than hopeful. We stopped defining relationships, and in the process, we stopped feeling secure in them.
Silly fucking smile walking down the street. I'm not even going to say hot take because I know it's not a hot take. What the hell is going on with 2025 dating? My biggest gripe, the men are not approaching. They're not approaching. They're just keeping to themselves. Maybe we'll give you one look, but barely even that. Nobody's fucking approaching, okay? And I'm going out of my way. I'll have a little smile, fucking feet pointed out. I'm open. I'm ready to accept. Does not work. Does not work. And the dating apps, that's a fuck no for me. That is a fuck no. So, is there something else?
People, we need to start shooting our shots again. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take, right? I hate rejection. I am very fearful of it. I've been doing a lot of things to try to get over it, and it's working. Who cares, right? It sounds creepy now that I'm saying it out loud, but I saw this cute guy, seemed kind of around my age appropriate, and I walked by the restaurant that he was working at the front of, and I was like, I don't want to be weird, but I like this guy. He's cute. So I end up calling the restaurant. He answers. He has a very strong accent, and I'm like, hey, you the guy in the front? He's like, yeah. Like, obviously it's the guy in the front. I'm like, off to a bad start. So I go, are you single? He's like, no. I'm like, well, damn. All right. I mean, I made someone's day, and I shot my shot. Props to me.
This man literally did not text me back since Monday. It is currently Friday. He said, sorry I took so long to text back. I was out of the country. Who are you trying to fool? Because it is not me. You're fucking done. You're silly.
Feel more anxious than hopeful. We stopped defining relationships, and in the process, we stopped feeling secure in them. Situationships became the new normal, where no one knows what they are or where they stand. For many, the emotional cost of dating started to outweigh the reward. Why risk heartbreak when peace feels better? Why chase validation when solitude feels safer?
Yeah.
No, because men are fucking weird. Weird! This guy that I went on a date with, he worked on the pharmacy unit, or in the pharmacy at the hospital that I work at. And we went on a date. The date was great. I found out on the day that he was 22. For reference, I'm 27. So in the moment, I was like, oh, fuck. But the date went so good that I was like, you know what? I'm going to overlook that, whatever. Tell me why at the end of the date, we kissed, everything. The chemistry was there. The banter was there. The flirt was there. This was a good date. This was a good looking man. And I was vibing. He texted me afterwards, hey, like, can't wait to see you again. We need to have another date, da-da-da. And I'm like, oh my God, like, yes, like, absolute patoosh, yes. Tell me why this man ghosts me for 5 days, then responds and says, hey, sorry, not looking for anything serious. Been meaning to tell you, didn't know how to say it. Okay, fine, cool, whatever. Your age is showing now. That was the end of that. Tell me why it's almost a year later and this man just now slid in my DMs. Can I get a second date?
If you thought dating was only rough for women, get this. So my best guy friend went on a bunch of dates with this girl, like maybe 4 or 5 dates, like really cute dates. He planned them. They were very elaborate. And then for their whatever 5th date, she said, let me plan it. So it was really cute. She was going to do like dinner and laser tag. It sounded really fun. But then just as he's heading out the door for the date, he gets a text being like, wait, don't come. My mom's in the hospital. I've got to go there. So he obviously was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Like, take your time. Let me know if there's anything you can do. He sent flowers to her house. So then a couple days later, he gets a photo from her of the flowers. And she said, oh, my roommate just said these arrived. They're beautiful. Like, thank you so much. That's super kind of you. He responded being like, yeah, no problem. I hope everything's well. Like, let me know if you're down to meet up at some point. Obviously no rush. Yeah, hope things are good. Doesn't respond. So then he waits a couple more days and they were talking like every day. So he was like, hey, just want to check in. Like, I hope everything's going okay. I'm really sorry to hear about your mom, like thinking of you kind of thing. And then didn't hear from her again. So a couple of days later, we checked her Instagram. So she wasn't posting anything on Instagram, but she does have her ViscoCam link in her Instagram bio. She was at Coachella the entire time. Like, maybe there's a world where something happened and then she went to Coachella, but like the timing isn't right. Like, she literally was at Coachella the entire time, which like we obviously will never know the extent of how far that lie went. But imagine if she was fully lying, how bad she must have felt when those flowers arrived at her door. Like, oh, so bad. So I guess it's rough on both sides.
Every time I have interactions with men, I am just more and more appalled and disgusted by men and the behavior of men towards women. Like, dating in my early 20s, men actually had respect for women, relatively. You at least felt like a human being around them. You know, you at least felt like they saw you as a human and not just an object. But the increase in all of these red pill podcasts and women hating behavior on the internet has literally poisoned the minds of men. And it was to the point that I just stopped dating entirely for the last 6 months or so. I've been trying to give dating a chance again lately. I've even been like trying to date guys who are not, you know, my typical type. But yeah, even dating guys who are not my typical type has not fixed the issue. In fact, actually, it's worse. What the fuck is a girl to do? Give up? I always have dated guys who were like 10, 15 years older than me, because I've been dating guys around my age lately, and that shit, girl, no.
Here's an unpopular opinion. If you go on a date with somebody and you're just not feeling it, but they liked you and continue talking to you, instead of ghosting them, just straight up tell them, like, hey, in a kind way, nicely, obviously, hey, like, I had a great time, although I don't see this working out between us, like, I'm just not feeling a connection, and that's all you have to do. It's very simple. And then you can block them if you don't want to get a response. But at least you gave them closure and you did the right thing by being an adult, a mature adult, by being honest and straight up and, you know, basically giving closure to that person instead of wasting their time, making them sit there and wonder, like, what's going on? Do they like me? Do they not like me? And it's a stressful state to be in. And I respect somebody so much more for just being honest with me. And so I try to do the same thing, when dating. And so I don't know, like, most people just ghost you and move on with their lives, but I feel like that's such a dick move and so lazy. And if you can't handle like telling somebody that, then you probably shouldn't even be dating.